Greetings, YouTube. I have really enjoyed finding the final Sentinel of Act 6, Chapter 1. You see, I was a bit of a moron, surprise, surprise, and I started using some level 1 and level 2 revives with Crossbones, and I'll talk about my strategy with him in a moment. And then I realized, you freaking idiot, you have maxed out level 3 revives already in your inventory, and you want to get the 12,000 unit A-rated by yourself deal, which is going to give you more level 3 revives than you have in your inventory. Even if it was 0, you better start using those, dummy. So, I took a unique path, I think, with some fun champions, and I have really needed to just burn some level 3 revives. So I have been having some fun with this Sentinel. And Blade is, as always, my MVP. And I love Blade. In fact, for those of you who remember the first original champion requirements, and I do have a feeling that you're going to probably hear my loud tapping with my screen protector, as this is not being dubbed over later. But for those of you who remember the first ever champion requirements with that stupid Sentinel fight, there we go, look at that, so much fun. With that stupid Sentinel fight where you had to use only mutant champs, and then he got to analysis charge, like 18% damage in, and then you just had to do the same evades over and over and over again. I kept thinking to myself, man, if only I had freaking Blade, then I could just keep regenerating my health and, relax. And guess what? That's exactly what happened to me with Blade. And hey, look at that. It's the thing I knew was coming with the freaking 15 level 3 revives. Oh my goodness. Prof Hoff, you dummy. Should have just used, I would not have had to use a single level 1 or level 2 revive, which I've gotten almost maxed out still. I actually did really well fighting, and this is where I give full credit to Reddit and Seaton. There were so many great tip videos out there and spreadsheets that people sent me. I didn't even have to change over my masteries to willpower because Blade was my MVP for most of it, and I just kept regenerating health and being patient. And that is the secret to surviving Act 6 for me. It's just being patient, and then knowing when to quit the fight and to take the health when you can that's lost on the opponent. So first and foremost, I'm so excited about this. I have not been able to get one of these in such a long time. We're going to hit the get now because I cashed in all of my, well, not all of them. I technically have about $100 left, but all of the iTunes gift cards up to $100. Keep in mind, gang, when you have a birthday, ask people for iTunes gift cards. Along with swag bucks, that is quite the exciting thing for me. Now, I'm looking for that Cavalier title. Where is it? Oh, titles. Cavalier. Enable. I'm still the cream of the crop in my own mind. But I just used 130% boost, and my inventory is going to be so stacked with those level 3 revives. Yuck. I mean, it's a first world problem if I've ever seen it. But I think I used a total of, for all the paths, how many? 2 level 2 revives, 4 level 1s, and then I have, now that I got that deal, just a crazy amount of overflow. Look at this. And all those energies and potions. My God. Well, it looks like I'll have to be doing some more Act 6 just so I don't waste them. Good problem to have. But let's talk a little bit about some strategy, because I'm sure in some cases I did some pretty standard paths, and in other cases I did a little Prof Hoff magic. Is that even a thing? Probably not. I just made it up. But as you can see in this, I said, screw it. I'm going to go right. You don't have to be Republican to go far right, even if you are. And you can see all of these nodes, all or nothing, right? All or nothing, aggression, all or nothing. So I thought, have some fun, man. You spent all those resources, all of them, on getting your Domino to rank 2. So you might as well use her So I brought in Domino and Red Hulk so that I could just heavy and incinerate the crap out of these enemies. And let me tell you, it worked so well. And then I used Stark Spidey for Cable and Green Goblin, and then I used my Blade on Electro. And what I did on Blade with Electro is I would spam special ones, and I would dash back, because you have no penalties to dash back on this path, and I would let the bleed damage tick all the way down, knowing that it's an all or nothing, so you don't want to push Electro at all to a special 3, and I just rinse and repeat. And when I was dashing back, if I had any health that was below 71%, and if I had any power that was above the special one, I just regenerated. And I saved, at least 1,000 units worth of revives and potions with Blade just by using his awakened ability and being patient. And yeah, sometimes fights would take, 4 or 5 minutes long. But who cares, right? Like, I got it done. And so, yeah, that was the path I took. And then Sentinel, I brought in Blade, and I used my, really, the danger sense for the Sentinel doesn't do much. I was still doing 933 a tick once the analysis charges were up to 100. And then even the block damage was doing 588 damage per tick. So not bad. So yeah, that was really enjoyable. Now Crossbones, I of course have heard nothing but terrible things about. And, credit to everybody who jumped into this fight and got absolutely wrecked for the sake of community data. I did this path. I brought in my Corvus. I was only able to get one charge on Corvus, and that's my 6-star Corvus that I'm really hoping to take to rank 2 in the next month or so. And I got that one charge on this Ultron. And then I did the classic throw your 20 charges, Corvus charges at Crossbones and quit strategy. And I was doing, I would say, about 12 to 13% on the low end damage against Crossbones. Now, if I had been smarter, as I said at the beginning of this video, and hadn't been a moron, and I had just used my level 3 revives that I was going to get maxed out back in my inventory anyway from the 12,000 unit deal, I probably would have not had to use but maybe 4 of them, maximum of 5. But because of that, I used a little more between the special, or it's not special, the level 1 revives and level 2 revives. I'm still so excited to be able to use this gem for a moment, because I'm just, it's a win-win-win-win-win. I've got each class determined. So yeah, I used Corvus, and I would take 12 to 13%, and then if Crossbones for some reason, if I was still alive and started to regen at all, automatically quit out of the fight. Do not allow Crossbones to get that vigor to regenerate any of the health. And so yeah, it was because vigor can be really, really annoying. I know I brought in my Iceman for this as well. I actually found Corvus to be more enjoyable, and if you've got the revives, just take those crits and then quit out and rinse and repeat. Iceman, as much as I love him, he was not doing, of course, the damage that a 6-star Corvus, even with just one glaive charge, could do. So yeah, that's the path that I used, pretty much my only revives in the whole thing, except I will say on Sabretooth at the very start, we'll get to that, I did use a couple of level 1 revives because I also decided to quit out of that and restart with my Stark Spidey. Now, Loki, let's keep this analysis low-key. We definitely had an enjoyable time with this chapter. I very much enjoyed doing this Path 11, and I got to give Mr. Seaton a full shout-out. He recommended this path, and he was 100% on the nose. I used Blade and Stark Spidey for every one of these fights. Blade for the Mystics and Stark Spidey for the Mutants, and then I also used Blade and actually used the Special 2, got that one off against Phoenix, and so when she tried to revive with her awakened ability, she gone. So yeah, everybody who grinded and got Blade, bring Blade into Act 6. I know a bunch of people are talking about amazing other champions, even like my Corvus, Omega Red, etc. Those are all fantastic, but my Blade, man, MVP still, especially with that regen. And then this, also use Stark Spidey for the majority of this. The first 3 fights, Vision, Deadpool, Old Balls. Moon Knight used Blade, Crossbones used Blade, Kingpin used Blade, Rogue used Stark Spidey, Ghost Rider used Blade, and then the Thing, I used my freaking Quake and parry and Quake and parry and Quake and parry, and I got the Thing down like it was no thing, and then took out Ghost with Blade. Of course, it was a very fun and very easy chapter. I look forward to going back and doing more of those paths because it was not stressful, unlike, of course, Crossbones. Just talked about that Ghost. Now we're going to talk about Ultron. Now, I had heard also from some friends, including my dungeon buddy Katie Candy, that the final two fights of this were a little tricky as well. Once again, Blade for the majority of this. Now, I am the world's biggest weenie when it comes to fighting both MODOK and Wasp, even with Blade. So here is my suggestion. Parry, double medium. Parry, double medium. Parry, double medium. Bait special 1. Rinse and repeat. And if you get clipped for some reason, dash back, convert your power into health, assuming you have your Blade awakened, rinse and repeat. If you don't try to dash forward against Wasp, you never have to worry about that really, really annoying damage that wrecks you. And then MODOK, even if you do have the Ghost Rider synergy to have the villain danger sense effect, you still want to play it safe with those parries against MODOK. Don't allow yourself to be auto-blocked into incinerate damage. And then, lastly, let me just say, Quake, again, was my MVP. I used Quake against the Sentinel and one-shot the Sentinel. Really wish I could have had that on video. And then I almost one-shot Ultron with my Quake. I got it down to like 4%. And then, of course, I was unable to do that. But Quake, the MVP, and I have a rank 4 Quake of that chapter. And then last but not least, the first shall be last. Not just quoting the Bible, but quoting the new MCOC strategy of my commentary. You have... I hate Agent Venom with a passion. I'm probably the world's worst Agent Venom player because I get greedy. That tenacity wrecks me. I go in for a combo, and he retaliates. So the nice thing about this Agent Venom is that a couple of times, I didn't like how I played against him. One of the times I was down to like 20% health. Another one I was down to 45. So I would just quit out and restart it until I had Agent Venom down and I was at least above 50% health. And then from there, all the other fights were very easy. Red Skull with that villain danger sense. Iron Patriot was not tough. I just parried and did a bunch of bleeds. And then you had another villain fight with Punisher 2099, Nebula, Gambit, Stark Spidey brought in for Gambit. Now, this was the most difficult fight for me in the first 3, at least, chapters of Chapter 1 of Act 1. I never know what to say with chapter beyond chapter. But yeah, what I would do is I would get Stark Spidey up to about 5 or 6 poise charges, and then I would do kind of like my Corvus strategy with Crossbones, about 12 to 15% damage, and then I just quit out of the fight and then use another level 1 revive, rinse, and repeat. So those are my tips for Act 6. Love the fact that I'm Cavalier. Love the fact that I can open up some Cavalier crystals now in live streams. Cannot wait to do that tonight, as I will be posting this video on good old Wednesday morning. But now, here's the big one. I just want to say, before we go any further, and I know some people are going to skip ahead, but for those 6% of you who will entertain my final commentary, I have a champion picked out for every one of the classes. There is not a bad class out of this. If I am blessed enough to get a Cosmic, I am not only going to awaken my Medusa, but I'm going to take her straight up to rank 5. There's a level up event going on after all. But the class that I would prefer is, believe it or not, Mutant, because I am so ready to finally take my SIG 200 Iceman to rank 5. If I get Skill, I am holding it for Aegon. If I get Science, you best believe I am finally ranking up my favorite champion of all time and one of my MVPs of this quest of Act 6 to rank 5. Quake at rank 5 is going to be so much fun. And then if I get Mystic, I'm either doing Magic or Symbiote Supreme. I will probably ask the community to help me out on that one. And then last but certainly not least, if I get Tech, I'm either going to take up OG Vision to rank 5, or part of me wants to pull a Katie Candy and take my Star-Lord to rank 5, because I still love fighting with Star-Lord, even though I know most people will say that's a dumb rank up, but if it's a free rank up, free as in 12,000 units, I guess, worth of gift cards. So be it. So I am so pumped for this. It has led to this Cavalier status. The Cavalier Crystal is even now an opportunity. Let's see. I always get tech on these, right? I just always get tech. And if I get tech this time, that's fine. But my top two choices are science to take my Bay Quake up to rank 5, or my top choice of Iceman finally to rank 5 as well. But no matter what, there is not a bad thing that can happen with this. So, yeah. I'm seeing 2 to 3, though, in the number. Isn't it supposed to be 4 to 5? I'm confused. All right, let's stop this and see what happens. And Cosmic. That's fantastic. But please tell me it's the right Cosmic Gem. Used to increase a 5-star Cosmic Champion's rank from 2 to 3. Did I get an extra one, or did I get kabammed? Oh my gosh. Oh, thank God. I sound so stupid. I didn't even know I got that gem. Okay, cool. Well, hey, Cosmic Champ, we good. Now let's do this. Well, is it going to be double Cosmic? Man, I feel so stupid. This is the fun thing about doing this video in live time. But I'm not going to go back and take that out. I just want people to laugh at me. Okay, 4 to 5. Here we go. We're going to count to 4, and then we're going to stop it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we finally not going to get tech? We're looking for that mutant and mystic. Okay. That is very, very exciting. A mystic 4 to 5. Now the question becomes, who should I use this thing on? Should I use it on Magic or Symbiote Supreme? Those are my 2 top choices. I don't think Voodoo would be a great rank 5 choice at all. Comment below and let me know. And thanks for entertaining my embarrassing, I got an extra rank up gem I didn't know I had, Cosmic version of that. So, yeah, that was fun. Thanks for watching. Hope my Act 6 tips help some of you. If you want to ask me some more specifics, hit me up in the Line app. Until next time, thanks for watching, YouTube. Good luck in your own Act 6 adventures.